Nikola Jokic just had a 23, 17, and 17 triple-double and hit the go-ahead bucket to win the game. Donovan Mitchell and Paolo Banchero had a 40-point duel in a 5-point game, and the Knicks just got so much closer to the Celtics. My name is Levi Jacob, and you are watching the Daily Basketball Recap in 15 minutes or less. Tuesday night, 4 games, and every single one of them delivered. The East is getting much tighter. We're all getting a little bit closer to nail-biting territory in this Eastern Conference. But game of the night, we're going to start in the West. The Nuggets beat the Suns 125-123. As I mentioned in the opening, Jokic at 23, 17, and 17. That's, again, another incredible game for Jokic. As you can tell, he's scoring a little bit less, but because his team is scoring a little bit more, so he doesn't have to do as much. It's really incredible. 17 assists as a center. I just feel like we don't give that enough credit. He's a center, like it's a totally crazy stat. But everybody around him is seeming to score more. This chemistry is really picking up, including contributions from Christian Braun and Cam Johnson, who I just feel like are the two main pieces of how this whole situation is going to win with these wing forwards here. They're really important to this team, so them being able to actually hit shots is very important. This was Jokic's 29th triple-double of the season. He did it early into the third quarter and just added to those two other totals being rebounds and assists. Really incredible. Finish of the game was the Suns were trailing by 8 with about 3 minutes left. They came all the way back. Devin Booker tied up at 123 with about 30 seconds to go on a beautiful mid-range jumper. Very classic Booker at this point in his career. Jokic, 12-foot pull-up jumper, 11.5 seconds on the clock, was the go-ahead basket to 125. Booker got a look at the potential game winner. Didn't get it. Just off. It was very close. He shot 9 of 16 from the floor. Just clinical. But didn't work out for him or the Suns here. They're playing very well here in one of the last weeks of the regular season. Now, with Denver's positioning in the standings, Peyton Watson is healthy, looking great. Jokic is returning to his MVP style form, a little bit less scoring, as I mentioned, but a little bit more efficiency. He's exceptional. He's such a great talent. They might be a lot of fun to watch against the Spurs if that ends up happening. I would love to watch that series. And I would love as a Thunder fan to watch that series and have them exhaust each other before they get to the Thunder. But I would welcome it, absolutely. The ferocity that both of these teams play with, as well as the offensive and defensive wings and guards that they have, not to mention the all-star, all-NBA, MVP-worthy talent in their centers that they have. I'm just looking forward to it. Jalen Green, last note about this game, Jalen Green had 21 for Phoenix. Booker added 22 and 8. The Suns completed the comeback. It just wasn't enough to get them over that hump. Next, the Cavaliers beat the Magic 136-131. Excellent duel going on here. Donovan Mitchell, 42 points. Paolo Banchero had 36, 6, and 5. Donovan Mitchell's 42 ties the most 40-point games in the entire league this season. He's really operating on a different level, and I think people are not giving him enough credit for the season that he's had. He's really had an excellent season, outdoing what he did last year, actually. He's had more on his shoulders just throughout over the course of the season. Now with Harden there, he obviously doesn't have as much, but he hasn't been able to play off guard so many times in his career. At this point in time, he's playing off guard at the highest level you possibly can. He probably is maybe behind Jaylen Brown. I don't know if I want to say, no, because also Anthony Edwards. He's probably the third best shooting guard in the league, and that's saying a lot. That's not to discredit him. That's saying that he's really exceptionally good at basketball. This is the second night in a row that Paolo Banchero has scored over 36 points. And he's absolutely locked in. He's much more efficient. He's lost both of these games for sure, but he's just playing the kind of basketball that we know that Paolo Banchero can play, and what we were hoping for him to play, because he's looking like he's on an all-star level now. Like his shot selection is so much better, and that's converting into so many more points for him. The Cavaliers led 72-68 at halftime. James Harden had 22 points in the first half and hit 3 threes. James Harden is also just going nuts. He's going absolutely nuts at this point in time, really contributing to the winning around this Cleveland team. Evan Mobley, 19 points, Made all of his 8 field goal attempts, added 9 rebounds and 6 assists. Really just team play going on, including all the guys on the bench: Schroeder, Keon Ellis. Um, Still no Jarrett Allen, but really genuinely, they're playing their best basketball of the season. Cleveland extends their win streak to 4 games now, sitting at 45 and 27, and the Magic dropped to 38 and 34. They've lost 2 in a row after the back-to-back incredible scoring nights from Paolo Banchero. And their best player, though, in Paolo Banchero, is really giving them everything, and Franz has yet to return. So this may get more interesting. The only question now is Cleveland built to make this playoff run? I think that we know that they can. It's a lot about health, and a lot of it rests on the shoulders of Evan Mobley, if he's able to help them rise to that occasion, because last year, his lack of play in the playoffs really kind of ruined them a little bit. Next, the Knicks beat the Pelicans 121-116. 7 straight for the Knicks. The Knicks have won 7 consecutive games. Isn't that great news? And now they're in percentage points of the Celtics for second place in the East. Boston, 47 and 24. New York is 48 and 25. They have won more games officially than the Boston Celtics, but lost more. That's about as close as it gets, though, with the records. Literally it's within percentage points. It's not even a full game. Brunson had an incredible fourth quarter. He scored 15 in the fourth quarter. He had 32 overall. And with 4.5 minutes left, the Pelicans cut it back to 109 to 107. Brunson answered with 10 straight points. 10 straight points from him. Just back-to-back personal runs, put the game away. He is absolutely the clutch scorer for the Knicks. And he looks like he's returned to all NBA Brunson form here, which is, for the past few games, has been a little bit shaky. This is what we want to see out of him. He's an exceptional scorer. He should always remember that. He just took over. He really took over in that fourth quarter. Karl-Anthony Towns had 21. OG contributed another 21 points. This team has multiple closers when they are on, and right now they are on, which is a good thing to be right before the playoffs, trying to vie for that second spot in the East. Zion Williamson had 22, but Pels just didn't have enough to make it to the next game with a win. They are 25 and 48, deep in lottery territory without any first-round pick. That goes to the Hawks. So congratulations, Hawks. You are going to have a big, big first-round pick this year. And you're still vying for the playoff spot. That's fun. The Knicks are healthy at this point. They've been healthy at other points in the season. They won the in-season tournament, if you remember. They were looking like they were on a roll there. This looks like it could be the start of a roll here. And I'm looking forward to it because they need to do this in order to be convincing in the playoffs. I think that they will. I actually really think that they will. But I just feel like I don't know how they can sustain a run for so long. I haven't seen that yet. And I'm really looking forward to it happening. Hopefully. Knicks, are you listening? Please do it. Please. For the sake of NBA fans, we want to watch a good Knicks team in the playoffs. Last year was so much fun. There was so much energy around the playoffs. The Pacers beating the Knicks was so much fun for everybody because the Knicks were good, and it was such an upset that the Pacers beat them, and still, come on, make it happen. And last game of the night, which was a absolute blowout, but it's still a lot of fun. The Hornets beat the Kings 134-90, 44-point blowout. LaMelo Ball 26 and 8, running the show and looking very comfortable in doing it. Daquan Plowden for the Kings scored 22. He's been really interesting for the Kings in the past couple of games. Really sure that he can score as a random guy that just started playing minutes for them, but he's scored in double digits for the last 6 or 7 games, I want to say. 6, 7. Sacramento, 19 and 54. Man, you just nosedive now. Get a better pick, nosedive now. They are going to get a good pick, and apparently Darius Akuf might be that pick that they're looking for, by the way, who is now officially, as I mentioned yesterday in a short, a Reebok athlete. Pretty fun. Charlotte is picking up a lot of confidence in this win. I think that they've just been exceptional down the stretch. I want to give a special shout out also to Kobe White. He's had a couple 20-point games in a row here, really fitting into the system very well, and they've been beating opponents by a lot. I can't believe what his year has been, and I'm sure that he's also equally shocked that he is currently on this Hornets team that has winning aspirations going into the playoffs, as opposed to the Bulls from last year or this year. Watching him play winning basketball makes me happy. I like to see players who are good get the opportunity to actually play winning basketball. And that brings us to the end of our show. I want to thank you all for listening. I want to thank you all for watching. I want to wish you all a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.